Maximum exposure is in your face, with people like totally misbehaving. A janitor don't mop up, he tears up. A cameraman looks through his lens and sees his life pass before his eyes.
Got a knife.
What part of get out of my car don't you understand? A guy takes no trespassing seriously. What's up with that? An English guy really ain't ready for his close-up. Find out what happens when elected officials attack. Let's take you on a special trip to the enchanted Sunset Strip. If at first you don't succeed in trashing a van, try again. And what's worse than getting bird crap on your car? Gary Coleman! This here's a little show we like to call Special Moments, Special People.
And the manager is spraying water on. We'll have this story for you in just a minute. Hey, you better quit that.
You know what? I'm gonna call the police because I just got my damn hair again.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of special love in the room. Pete's Bar and Grill in Pullman, Washington. It's 4 a.m. The joint's closed up for the night, and somebody's breaking in. It's the janitor. And he ain't there for no cleanup. He's mad as hell, and he's gonna take it out on the restaurant. Because he got reamed by his boss, Mike Hayden.
Well, he was late for work, and I might have yelled at him a little bit. Apparently, he took it a little personal.
He does a shot to get loosened up. He thinks the surveillance cameras aren't working. Wrong-o, smart guy. After an hour of vandalizing, he boosts a bottle of booze and takes off. He leaves a nice pile of damage. Over 10,000 bucks worth.
First time I saw it and saw him walk through the back door, I was really I couldn't believe it. The second time we went through the tape, we were all kind of just laughing and joking, and this guy's an idiot.
A few hours later, cops grab him. What can he say? They got him on tape. He goes up for a year for malicious mischief and second-degree burglary. Good arm, but we bet he ain't gonna be pitching where he's going. We got ourselves more special behavior. In Oklahoma City, news cameraman Rich Kriegel's taping outside a convenience store. He's doing some background shots for a robbery story. And he's about to become the story. Keep an eye on this guy. He takes an interest in the cameraman, and he's got a knife.
I don't have any money.
Let's zoom in on that real quick. He comes up to the camera and pulls out a really long knife. Rich is defending himself with his tripod as the camera shoots Sky.
I thought he was going to shoot me. I thought I was dead. I thought, just keep rolling the tape because you're going to get shot. And when I saw the knife, I was very relieved. I thought, I can fight this guy back.
I don't have any money. I don't have any money. I don't have any money. My wife takes all my money, man.
Oh yeah, that's the classic Max X excuse. Yes, his wife takes all his money. Realizing the fundamental truth of this defense, the bad guy gives up on Rich. He looks for new victims. He picks a couple of guys who just happen to be working for a private security firm. They ain't about to give him nothing.
He doesn't have any, sir. I don't.
The guy takes off. Rich follows. Knife Boy gets into a car driven by an accomplice. That's cop talk for a stupid dude who helps with crime commit.
They spotted me trying to get a picture of them in the car and the license plate.
I'm gonna go get him, Brett.
So they backed up at about 30, 35 miles an hour and ran into a tree.
Losers!
Oh, he crashed.
Cops show up and take both dudes away. The bad guy hurts his neck in the crash.
When you're shooting videotape, you almost have to have eyes in the back of your head. If you don't, you can get hurt real bad.
The tape gets shown in court, and the knife dude gets put away for a long time. We got ourselves a really special moment in Pleasant View, Utah. from back in the 80s. Randy Ripplinger and his pals are riding their ATVs in a gravel pit. They ain't bothering nobody, just having fun. And then they meet Mr. Larson. He says this here's his land.
The sheriff's gonna be here, and I've had trouble already with the sheriff. We know what the sheriff is. You better take a good picture of the sign while you're taking it.
Okay, Ken, go ahead.
You know what's gonna happen?
While Randy runs the camera, his brother Ken gets in the car, but Mr. Larson blocks him with his truck.
Go ahead.
He's trying to keep him there till the law shows up.
Okay, back up and get out of here.
Aw, Mr. Larson ain't down with that.
Well, I'm telling you, you're not leaving. Something's not leaving. I don't care if it's you or not, you're on my property.
Randy gets a face full of shovel. He goes down hard.
Told you, you're on my property.
Let me go, sir. I gotta go to the hospital.
Go. We'll get you to the hospital.
Randy's brother Ken keeps the camera rolling.
Ken, make sure it's rolling.
Go. That's
rolling.
fine.
Yes.
Go ahead. Come on, let's go. Ahead, go. Get my picture good. I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to hit your head.
He just clobbered my brother with the shovel in the face.
Randy looks back on that special moment.
You know, when I queued this tape up to look at it today, I got the butterflies inside, and I still felt very uneasy about it. It was very traumatic. I didn't like what happened. I was terrified for quite some time.
Randy don't know what kind of man he's dealing with.
This guy's telling us we're not leaving. But I figured, he's not going to pull anything with his camera rolling. So the camera backs up. Looks like he's getting a little frustrated. And he says, "You're not leaving." Then he comes at me.
I don't care if it's you or not, you're on my property.
Hits me in the mouth with the blade of the shovel, and I go down. The camera goes down.
Man over there.
Randy loses 2 teeth and needs stitches to close up the cut on his face. The DA decides not to prosecute Mr. Larson because they determine it was an accident.
You or not, you're on my property.
Take a good look at Mr. Larson. Now that's the face of a really special person. Sao Paulo, Brazil. Looks like a guy's trying to steal a car by beating on the driver, right? Wrong. The guy doing the beating's the car owner. The BD is doing the car stealing. And the thief ain't giving up the car too easily. The owner's friend does some butt kicking of his own on the car thief's partner. A crowd gathers around to do the traditional stand around and do nothing. The owner gets his car back and drives off. Cops show up later and arrest the thieves. Yeah, street justice in Sao Paulo is a special moment. It's love, Max X style. Coming up, a dude takes being camera shy too far. Hey, there's a lot of trunk space in them cop cars. Who knew? And the all expenses paid Max X cruise package includes shuffleboard, a swimming pool, and a guy with a hatchet. You can find anything in a convenience store, especially true love. A pesky Brit gives the camera a heads up. And celebrity jackals meet their match. Gary Coleman. If you're looking for love in all the wrong places, stop by our Max X list. Maximum exposure. It must be TV. Max X. Ain't people great? London, England. This dog's owner just won a 7-year battle in the courts to bring the pooch home. The guy runs from the press. His buddy ain't crazy about cameras either. Lens is broke, but the camera dude keeps rolling and shoots headbutt boy going down. Let's see it again real slow. The guy don't like the camera getting so close. You just know he's one of them English soccer playing dudes. You think that hurts? But actually, the skull is a very effective weapon. That being said, it helps to have a brain inside that skull.
Oh, yes?
This guy runs a motel. but he ain't exactly Mr. Hospitality.
No, you can't touch the camera.
The news crew's trying to get an interview about alleged illegal drug use at his motel, and he ain't talking. He goes for his secret weapon.
What's going on here? You better not get that water on me.
Think about it. You move to America from some faraway country. Start running a motel where there may or may not be drug use going on, and suddenly there's some news guy in your face. Problem is, he also hits a bystander and makes the tragic mistake of getting her hair wet.
I'm gonna call the police because I just got my hair did.
Who's somebody got?
The cops come and haul his hose spraying butt off to jail. The charge? Assault with a deadly weapon. Yep, water from a deadly garden hose. Hollywood, California. You're on the world-famous Sunset Strip. It's a flower-selling turf war. You can make a grand a night selling flowers in this spot. Like streetwalkers protecting their corner, these flower guys are fighting over their turf. And things get rough. The belts come on. As everybody knows, Forrest are really good at belt fighting. What's this all about? Is he belt fighting or trying to lasso a pony? The moral of this story? Don't be messing with them killer Hollywood flower sellers, or you could get yourself belted. South Africa. Cops run a domestic abuse call. It's a special moment with a whole lot of special people. And hey, everybody, let's count the allegedlys. Mr. Red Shorts is real special. He's yelling at his grandma, allegedly, because she called the police on him. That makes her special, too. She tells the cops that he allegedly beat her and tears up her furniture. She allegedly wants the cops to arrest him. The cops comply. Now, Mr. Red Shorts don't. Outside, the dude runs out of the back seat of the squad car. As they take him back to the car, a cop's gun gets jarred loose and hits the ground. Nobody gets hit, but cops are so over this guy, they use a special confinement technique. Aw, they're special people, too. The cops allegedly claim they ain't got no other choice, because the dude's doing everything he can to get away. They drive to the station a few minutes away. We're here! People allegedly complain about what the cops did to the bad guy. But hey, he's allegedly got a long and violent record. The cops allegedly get cleared. Wow, that's 8 allegedlys in one story, thanks to the Max X lawyer. We're here to tell you, she's special too. Allegedly. Love hurts. Well, if it's on Max X, it does. Next, a store that's convenient for shopping and abusing. Amerigo's all bipartisan on a dude's job. The family that shoplifts together stays together. The dude burgles a garage, but forgets to steal a surveillance camera. Security! Somebody call security! What? He's security? He thought he was Gary Coleman. If you don't think we're catching folks at the worst possible moment, hang out for our Max X list. What's love got to do with it? Nothing, because this is Max X. Getting special with Max X. Welcome to Carteret, New Jersey. This here's Mayor Peter Sika running a meeting in 1992. And here's the mayor getting busy. Why is he throwing punches during a town meeting? Because somebody called his wife a whore. And like any Max X mayor, he goes after the guy. It all happens when his wife gets nominated to head a committee for underprivileged kids. This ain't the time you'd expect to hear the word whore. Cops show up and things quiet back down. Concerned citizens weigh in.
If somebody told me that, I wouldn't want to go out and punch him, too.
If he's protecting his wife, I think he's right.
The mayor's right. That's all I want to say.
I don't think that was very good action for a mayor, no matter what was said.
It gets sticky because Mayor Sika's brother is the chief of police.
Anything. It doesn't make a difference to me. If you did it, and I'm the cop that has to arrest you, I arrest you.
The police chief keeps his word. Mayor Sika gets slapped with disorderly conduct and fined $300. The really odd thing is, the mayor and the man who mouthed off about his wife are now friends. Go figure. Somebody's been burglarizing this garage in Sacramento, California. Probably because it's got a super selection of all kinds of good junk. So the owner, Randy Welsh, and his roommate, Kyle, put in a hidden camera.
It was just getting ridiculous. Over the course of about a year and a half, 2 years, I've been robbed, I think, a dozen times.
Randy's got his stereo stolen, some work tools, cash, and all kinds of things.
A fish one time, out of the freezer. One of the burglaries, he took a nice big rainbow trout out of the freezer.
Randy's neighbor, Dave, gives him an idea. Hey, put a camera in.
The best advice I got before all this happened was from my neighbor, Dave. I just really needed to get a shot of the dog door and the garage door. And this just turned out perfect right here.
Sure enough, the garage gets hit a week later.
So I pulled the video down, and I played through it and fast-forwarded and fast-forwarded. Finally, I'm looking at the screen, and it shows a picture of a shadow outside the dog door. And I'm getting real excited, and he comes in, and it was a letdown. What he was doing outside the door was pulling on a ski mask and gloves. So I figured, oh boy, he's outsmarted me.
A little while later, the bad guy shows up again.
It's the first kind of warm day of spring, you know, and so he's got the ski mask on. He'd got an overnight bag or a gym bag, nice purple and black bag, and started sorting through boxes.
The guy comes back into frame. Finally, Randy gets a look at his face, and Randy's blown away.
When he came back on camera with the mask pulled up, it's Dave, it's Dave!
Yeah, Dave, the same next-door neighbor who told Randy to put in a camera in the first place. We'd just like to pause for a second and point out something. Dave's a really stupid guy. Randy shows a tape to the cops, and they haul Dave's dumbass in. Dave gets 240 days in jail and 5 years probation for burglaring Randy. Yeah, good locks make good neighbors. Everybody knows that convenience stores are just great big houses of love. This one's in Australia. The store manager thinks this woman's shoplifting. The manager's coworker calls the cops. Uh-oh, here comes the woman's boyfriend. She tells him the manager attacked her.
Get out!
He grabs her, and that really sets her off. The boyfriend flips out, too. He comes at him with a switchblade. The manager wings a jar of caramel sauce at the dude and nails him in the head. Lucky for the manager, the boyfriend don't come back in. Cops arrest the charming couple for theft. Just another quiet night serving the public. We got 5 sisters in a Sears store in Pompano Beach, Florida, and their kids are with them. It's shoplifting time. This girl's only 8 years old, and she's stealing. Acorn don't fall too far from that tree. One of the sisters stuffs her stroller full of loot. The teenage kid covers the booty with a blanket. Then he puts a baby on top. Hey, he's just following the dumb criminal rule book. Always place infant near stolen goods. Security does some confronting. Sandra King works for the Pompano Beach Police Department, and she ain't happy.
I think a lot of parents would be heartbroken to look at the videotape and see that these women utilized their children to commit a crime. What you hope for is that the children do not use this as an example of what should be done and what is right.
All 5 women get charged with felony grand theft. 3 of them get a bonus charge, contributing to the delinquency of a minor. We at MaxX have questions for the Stealin' Sisters. 1, why would you shoplift from a sales rack? 2, how can you be such lousy shoplifters? 3, ain't you ever heard of security cameras? It's a special moment. Hey, the family that steals together stays together. Unless, of course, some of them are stuck in prison. You ain't dreaming, it's MaxX. Later, all you need is love and a hatchet. A dude carries a torch for another dude's van. Celebrity paparazzi get themselves a new hood ornament. Gary Coleman. People who beat people are the specialest people in the world. If them folks ain't special enough for you, stay tuned for our MaxX list. The MaxX Golden Rule. Do unto others before they do unto you. Because they're gonna. Oh yeah, that's what I say. You know what I'm talking about. Maximum Exposure's back. And we're so special. There ain't nothing like a cruise in the Virgin Islands for some serious relaxing. It's Mike Silva's first time, and he's taping it.
How big that thing is?
Oh, it ain't so relaxing no more.
A gentleman ran by and said there's a man grabbed an axe out of a lifeboat.
Yeah, it's a guy with an axe. Maybe he got sick of playing shuffleboard.
He saw swinging the axe at everything in his way. Going through my mind is if the gentleman threw the axe, that it would kill somebody. He looks very disturbed, and he tries to get away from security. And at this point, he's running up the stairs, back up the top balcony.
And the gentleman picked up a lawn chair to block it. If the gentleman that was up on top did not have that lawn chair, he would have got struck. He was intent to hurt somebody.
A woman tries to get Hatchet Man to chill out.
That's his mother, I was told. He tries to talk to him to give up the axe.
He calmed down for a second.
And he gives up the axe. Security grabs him.
The gentleman looks dead at me, and he looked very upset.
And I was still filming, but my instinct was if he came at me, that I was going to hit him with the camcorder. My heart was pumping.
Passengers want the guards to use force and handcuff the guy, but they don't.
Then they escorted him from the top balcony down.
And he gets free.
He ran into the ship, and then they tackled him on the floor. And that's when they restrained him by force and took him away. And it's very lucky no one got hurt.
Yep, them long cruises will make you stir crazy. Madrid, Spain. Somebody's been messing with this van for about a year. So the owner puts up a surveillance camera to see who it is. Here comes a dude walking his dog. Hey, what's he got in his hand? It's a brick. He throws it at the window, but it don't break. We ain't detectives, but we're guessing this is the dude who's been screwing with the van all year. He comes back with another brick. Yeah, this one breaks the glass. The dude walks off while Rover tries to hump his leg. He ain't done yet. The hell's he got now? Whoa, it's fire. He tosses it in the van. That'll do the trick. He soaks some rags with gasoline, then set them on fire. Then he walks along real casual-like. He ain't even in a hurry. We're really wondering, how's he carry a mini inferno like that in his bare hands? Neighbors grab a hose and put out the flames. Pyro Boy thinks he gets away with it. It's all on tape. Cops arrest him. Cut to a month later. The owner has a new truck. And here comes the bad guy again. He hurls a brick at it. But the new van's got an alarm. And the neighbors come out to see what's up. Once again, the moron's on tape, and once again, he gets arrested. Hey, look up nitwit in the dictionary. Let's see a picture of this dude. Even when you try to do good, somebody's got to screw it up. These folks call themselves Pastors for Peace. They're trying to get medical aid to Cuba.
Okay, get people back in the cars and let's get out of here.
So they want a caravan from San Diego down to Mexico. Then from there, they'll get supplies to Cuba.
You have directions on which way we go to the border?
But there's a problem they gotta deal with now. Alpha 66. They're a group that really hates Castro. They'll do anything to stop the medical aid.
There's a contingent of Alpha 66 to the right.
Look close at this guy. How come if they hate Castro so much, they want to look like him? Don't make sense to us.
Just keep moving. Don't stop. Don't engage them.
Alpha 66 cuts into the caravan.
Hold it. Stop. I don't want him to hurt him.
The caravan stops and they go at it in the street.
No.
It's grassroots hand-to-hand politics.
Come here. God bless you.
They jump back in their cars and the caravan starts up again. But Alpha 66 ain't done. They bob and weave down the highway.
God bless you.
About a mile from the border, Alpha 66 wants to play bumper cars.
Hope you got my tire. Fender rubbing on the tire. I'll be all right.
They slow down for the checkpoint.
Wait a minute. Oh!
Hey, this is Alpha 66. They just rammed our car. That's Alpha 66 in the Mercedes.
San Diego cops try to figure out what the heck's going on. The pastors for peace lay the blame on Alpha 66.
This is an Alpha. He's the head of Alpha.
And he's got one more point to make.
Calm down. God bless you, my brother.
Cops grab the Alpha dude, and the caravan goes bye-bye off to Mexico. 5 days later, the medical supplies are on a ship bound for Cuba. Meanwhile, the dude cops arrested gets released. No charges. Just goes to show, people trying to help people are the specialest people in the world.
God bless you, my brother.
You're special, because you watch Max X. Coming up, can you say insurance fraud? Here's how to fake it.
You'll get the Oscar here, babe. Don't worry.
Find out what happens when you party too hard. You start seeing tiny Gary Colemans all over the place.
It's illegal.
Come on, you want more people at their worst, don't ya? Believe us, it gets worse. A lot worse. On our Max X list. Maximum exposure. The ends justify the meanness. Something special's going down on Maximum Exposure. Outside a high school in Venice, California. Pamela Anderson's taping her TV show inside. There's a couple of paparazzi dudes in the car. They want to get some shots of Pam. But security guards don't let them. And one of the security guards is Gary Coleman.
He's on the car! He's on the car! What are they doing?
We thought maybe he might try to go in and grab the keys or something, but you know, I really wasn't intimidated. It was Gary Coleman.
He's 4.5 feet tall. Gary used to star in Different Strokes. Now he works as a security guard. And he's a tough guy. Little but tough.
Matt! What are you doing? Oh, get the off the car! We're taping that you're doing that. Break it.
I'm not letting it go.
It's not illegal to take pictures, and it is a public school.
Maybe Gary's got a beef with celebrity jackals like these guys.
It's you're trapping us.
Yeah.
It's false imprisonment.
Yeah. I want to put you in jail.
For what?
Because what you're doing is wrong.
Oh, is it?
None of this will hold up in court. When cops show up, they give the camera dudes a warning. They don't get nothing on Pam, but they get a whole lot on Gary.
He's on the car!
Nassau County, New York. You're seeing insurance fraud in the making.
I feel it right in here. Okay? What do you feel?
Mustache guy's a chiropractor. He's showing his patient how to fake being hurt so he can collect disability.
And he may try to ask you, push your head into my hand. Push. I'm uncomfortable. I feel soreness. Okay?
He's gonna ask you to hold.
Hello, insurance fraud.
Okay, now hold your.
The joke's on the Cairo, because the patient's working undercover, and this whole thing's getting taped by a hidden camera. The sting's called Operation Backbone, and the DA's office is running it. They got wind of some doctors and other medical people doing some phony diagnosing.
The star of the tape is a chiropractor who is examining our undercover person and basically instructing him on what to do when he's examined for real by the insurance company doctors the next day.
Now you relax. Now I'm going to push down on the top of your head. Do you feel any pain? And you go, ah. I feel it right in here, okay? What do you feel? You're pressing down. I feel a tightness, like a gripping, okay, type of pain here. And then keep your legs together, raise them both up. Okay. And then let it down. You can't do it anymore. Why? You feel it pulling. You're uncomfortable in your upper back.
This dude's good, and that's bad.
Now, when he asks, lay flat down. He may say to you, okay, Mr. Reese, turn over. Don't you be bopping over. So you lay down, face down. You don't have to do it that slow now. You got the gist. You'll get the Oscar here, babes. Don't worry.
He is an acting coach. He is helping the person defraud the insurance company. Many of these chiropractors also only saw our undercover people 1 or 2 times, and yet when the insurance company got the bills, they made it look like they were seeing them 3 or 4 times a week.
This is the same as this. If you could do this, you could do this. You're at it.
Operation Backbone's a big-time pain in the neck. The dude pleads guilty to insurance fraud. He gets 5 years probation, pays a big fine, and gives up his chiropractor's license.
You'll get the Oscar here, babe.
This guy's a bad dentist. Bad like in evil. Cops suspect him of molesting his female patients while they're under anesthesia. They set up the sting.
The camera would be placed inside an air-conditioned vent, and it would be monitored from the basement of that particular building.
One problem, they need a female patient. That's where this woman cop comes in. She volunteers to go undercover as a decoy. She also volunteers to get a tooth pulled. She really does have a bad tooth, so why not yank it out and nail a molester at the same time? You know, kill 2 birds with 1 sting?
She was very much aware of the fact that drugs would be administered to her, and she would be at the mercy of this man.
Wow, that's brave. Before giving her anesthesia, Dr. Teicher checks her blood pressure and her heart rate. He checks under her shirt. Then he injects her and puts her to sleep. She's out. He puts his hand up her shirt again. We ain't no doctors, but we're guessing that ain't proper dental procedure. He works the stethoscope. Then he goes under the shirt again. But no stethoscope this time. One more time. This dude's out of control. He finally gets around to pulling the tooth, which takes only about 2 minutes. But he's been up her shirt 3 times while she was out. He ain't through. He picks her up, and there goes his hands, right up the shirt.
He starts to fondle her and touch the upper portion of her body, her breast. You can see how disoriented she is. At this point, we felt that enough was enough.
After 5 minutes of dirty dancing, he sets her back in the chair. Cops stopped the tape and busted.
I know that she was doing something above and beyond the call of her duties. This young lady took it upon herself to volunteer to do this type of undercover work. And in my book, she is one wonderful person.
Dr. Teicher gets convicted of 2 counts of sex abuse in the 1st degree and serves 4 months. And he ain't no filing dentist no more. That's special. Maximum exposure. We don't jerk you around, but we know people who do. And the biggest jerks so want to be on our MaxX list. MaxX, coming back with a vengeance. Maximum exposure. You want it, you got it. Our MaxX list with special people at their very best. Coming in at number 3. It's a Wendy's in Dayton, Ohio. 17-year-old Brandy Martin's working the drive-thru. Working for minimum wage is bad enough, but it's about to get a lot worse. She takes an order for $3.64.
Okay, little. $3.64.
It's for a cop, Michael McDonald. He pays her and she gives him his change. Seems routine, right?
You're welcome.
Wrong. After McDonald pulls out, he thinks she shortchanged him. He's sure he gave her a 20, but he only got change for a 10.
Then he gave you a 20. And she did, I gave you $6.35 back. I think I did. I gave $6.36, I did give him his right change. He gave me a 10, he got me f***ed up.
Brandy's manager checks the cash register while the cop waits.
If it's a 20 and a 10 spot, then he gave me a 20, but if it's not, he gave me a 10. He gave me a 10. I didn't got no 20 in my thing. I'm going to tell his police man.
You don't even have any 20s in your register.
The manager tells the cop Brandy don't got no 20s, but the cop's still thinking she's holding out on him.
You can come and search me. I don't give a if he's a police or not. I don't like police anyway. They should have took my brother off.
Of course, Brandy's co-workers bust her chops.
You're right. I don't care about that police. Orange and shirt.
Uh-oh, 5-0 in the house. And he wants his 2-0.
I don't have your money. I don't care if you're police or not. I'm not coming over. You can't make me. You wait till my mama get here. I'm underage as far as that. You not don't stay with no man.
You're under arrest. You come with me.
Anyway.
No, anyway, nothing. You're under arrest.
Wait a minute. You talk to the manager for
I don't need to talk to your manager.
Don't holler at me. Do not holler at me. Wait till my mama get here.
Your mama don't have nothing to do with it.
My mama on her way. My mama on her way. First of all, you can strip search me, search my
You're coming with me or you're getting sprayed. You're under arrest. This is not a debate. Come out to my car with me now.
I swear to God, I ain't for this shit for real. I swear to God.
Somebody's got my money.
I ain't got your motherfucking money.
Out to the car.
I don't give a fuck. You can search me right here for a
Out
second.
to the car.
I ain't coming up to no car.
The cop pepper sprays her full in the face.
You had your chance. Stand up. We gotta get out from back here.
Listen close. You can hear Brandy wheezing and trying to breathe. You can't take her to the police station because now she has to go to the hospital. Let's go back before all hell breaks loose. The cop pays Brandy. Freeze and zoom in. This slot's for 1s, this one's for 5s, this one's for 10s, and this one's for 20s. Looks to us like she puts the bill in the $10 slot. The manager checks the drawer. He don't see no 20s neither.
You don't even have any 20s in your register.
The tape don't lie. Brandy's right, and the cop is wrong. Brandy files a case against the police department. Officer McDonald's cleared of any wrongdoing, but Brandy gets $60,000. It's another special moment in Dayton, Ohio. Number 2 on our Max X list is a weird one. This dude's in the process of robbing a convenience store in Fremont, California. See his gun? He beat up the clerk and stashed him in a storage room. Now it's time to grab the green and get off clean. Wait a minute, customers! What's he do? Well, he acts like he's working there. As the folks go about browsing, he punches at the register keys, trying to get it open. It opens, but he's got himself another customer. Now the place is filling up and he's in the weeds. He acts pretty darn calm about things.
Why he simply didn't flee the store is beyond me. Why he didn't take out his firearm and try to make an escape that way is beyond me. We have no idea why.
The dude's been in the store for 6 minutes. Now he's taking care of his last customer. Suddenly, the real clerk comes stumbling out. The customer checks him out, but don't do nothing. The robber just keeps doing his clerk thing. Finally, it's all clear. He swipes the money and splits. And the cops ain't found him yet. And Number 1 on our Max X list. A tow truck's hauling off cars in San Francisco back in '97.
Have any second thoughts about what you're doing for a living?
Well, sometimes.
The tow truck driver picks the wrong guy to mess with.
You guys just told a BMW?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Where? Oh, you can't be serious. They towed my BMW away? Giving a ticket wasn't good enough.
He steps up to the meter man.
Hey. When I have a BMW sitting here on the street, leave the thing sitting here. You got it? Do you understand that?
The dude freaking's Marcus Burns.
Actually, I didn't think it was that bad until I saw the tape. And then when I saw the tape, it was a disappointment to myself and to my character, only because I believe that a person should always be in control of self. And if a person loses control of self, then no telling what he might do.
Marcus is a contractor and a church-going family man.
The person that you're looking at is not the person that you're looking at now. I think that this day here was just the right day at the right time for the wrong thing to happen.
And he pays for his mistake right away.
I didn't do that. Just do what I tell you right now. Put your hands behind your back. I didn't do that. I understand. I'm just saying I didn't do anything. Put my head. I'm saying for what? For what?
I'm going to tell you in a second. I'm going to tell you in a second.
Okay, for something. Put your head in.
Why it came down to what it came down to, only God knows. But I am sorry about what happened, and I just, all the fault of what happened is mine.
Marcus gets sentenced to 100 hours of community service. Yeah, Marcus was misbehaving, but we understand. We're all capable of being special people at special moments. That's it for Max X. Go out and spread the love.
I didn't tell you to say nothing.